Hallo, guten Tag. Wie geht es Ihnen? Danke, mir geht es gut. Und Ihnen? Mir geht es auch gut. Danke. So today we are going to learn how to say nice to meet you in German. Situation, your boss introduces you to a customer and you say nice to meet you. In German, schön Sie kennenzulernen. Schön Sie kennenzulernen. And let's analyze what we may say and which mistakes to avoid thinking in English. Okay. So let's start. Okay. So the only way to say it correctly in German is formal, schön Sie kennenzulernen, or informal to a friend, schön dich kennenzulernen. Nochmal, schön Sie kennenzulernen, schön dich kennenzulernen. Bit faster, schön Sie kennenzulernen, schön dich kennenzulernen. So, I repeat, this is the only way to say it correctly. Now, let's analyze it a little bit. The verb kennenlernen means to get to know somebody. Kennenlernen, to get to know somebody. People may think, when they analyze it from English thinking, that the verb kennenlernen, if you split it, kennen is to know and lernen is to learn. But this is another situation. First, you don't have this verb together, like kennenlernen. It's not one verb. Here we have two verbs. So in another context, the verb kennen, yes, it means to know, and lernen means to learn, okay? But this is a completely different situation, as mentioned, and then we have two verbs, so kennen and lernen. But here, this is not the case. We have one verb, and the verb is kennenlernen. So kennenlernen is to get to know somebody. So this would be a huge mistake to think like that. Let's hold a second. Okay, so here kennenlernen, to get to know somebody, and kennen und lernen, to know and to learn. Okay, so let's go now down here to fantasy versus reality. What can happen? The English words nice to meet you, informal and informal, nice to meet you, the same, okay? So these words into the German translation would be schön, schön zu treffen Sie. This is a huge mistake, okay? But we analyze it. And the informal way, schön zu treffen du. So this is what people would say if they translate only from from English into German. So here is everything wrong, okay? The grammar doesn't fit, and the words actually they match into English, but they don't make any sense into the German language. So the correct way to say this, nice to meet you, is here, schön Sie zu treffen, schön Sie zu treffen, which is correct. The grammar is correct. It means in English, nice to meet you, but we could only say this to a person that we know already. So you can say to persons, schön Sie zu treffen. So you know him already, and you meet somewhere. Schön Sie zu treffen. So I know the person and I meet him or her, like for example, in a restaurant. Okay? So this is the formal way. And the informal way would be here the correct way. Schön dich zu treffen. Schön dich zu treffen. Okay, so it's the same meaning. Nice to meet you correctly. And I know him or her already, and we meet, for example, in a cafe. Okay, so here the grammar then would be correct. Schön Sie zu treffen oder schön dich zu treffen. But you see here that I mark here something that we got a mistake. Why? Because actually when I meet somebody I know, we usually don't say schön Sie zu treffen, nice to meet you. We say schön Sie zu sehen. We say nice to see you. So again, we don't say schön Sie zu treffen, we say schön Sie zu sehen. Schön dich zu treffen, the informal way, we say schön dich zu sehen. Okay. Schön Sie zu sehen oder schön dich zu sehen. Nice to see. So this is what could happen or happens when people are speaking incorrectly. Okay, so again, when somebody introduces us to a person, the first what we can say, and it's very nice, even if you don't speak good German or your level is still beginners, you can say schön Sie kennenzulernen oder schön dich kennenzulernen. Okay, so that's all for the moment. I hope it helps, and have a nice day ahead. Bye bye, tschüss.